Hi and welcome back to a new art journaling video. Today I'm working in my handmade junk art journal, and you see that the right side of the pages has already some color on it. The reason for that is that I'm using many different leftover papers for these journals, and here I just have this colorful page and I want to create something with the same colors that I already have. I started by adding some acrylic ink, and as it's a bit too much, I just use a sheet of copy paper and get rid of that many color, and I really love the texture that this creates. It is almost kind of a watercolory look. The acrylics I'm using are different ones. The first one was, I believe, from Amsterdam. And this one is a fluid acrylic from DecoArt media. I just play randomly with the colors, and as I said, I try to keep the color scheme with that blue and that reddish brown, and now I will also add some darker purple. You will find a link to my blog post for this page in the video description, so you can have a closer look at the photos. I've tried this with my heat tool, and then I go on top with some white gesso and I just apply it with my palette knife. I'm also using a bit of a green, it's I believe the light olive green from Amsterdam, and I just add a little bit with my fingers, and I will also use one of my sponges, but I'm using the back side of it and make some dots all over the page. For the main image on this page, I want to use one of my wildflower stamps, and I stamp it directly to my page, and therefore I'm just laying a piece of foam underneath because it's really hard to stamp on these bulky pages. I pulled out one of my jelly prints and just cut a wavy border, and I now will arrange it on my page. I am not sure if you can hear this noise in the background, but these are the frogs in our garden, and they are making a concert at the moment, and it's super loud. I also stamped the flower to the same jelly print, and I think before I will adhere everything to the page, I will add some more marks to it. I'm just scribbling in with one of the Derwent Intense pencils, and I dip the nib into water to get a lot more pigment of the pencil. I got asked what to do to prevent the pages from sticking together, and normally only the acrylic paint pages stick together. And what I'm doing against it is I'm using a white candle and I wipe over the page. Just with the wider side, I lay the candle flat and then I just wipe 1 or 2 times slightly over the whole page, and that adds a thin layer of wax on top, and then the pages won't stick. I'm also adding some background stamping just for more texture. I really love busy backgrounds. I always want it very textured and I want to find things in the background to explore. And here I'm stamping with just acrylic paint and a circle stamp. I'm using one of my under papers where I just clean my brushes and tools and wipe leftover paint. And I decided to stamp some of the circles also on this paper, and I will use this in a later project or maybe as an odd journal page when I create a new journal. I have scribbled a bit of a yellow Neocolor crayon to my glass plate and I just add in some touches of that yellow paint. When this is dry, I'm adhering the pieces I have prepared before, and I just use a glue stick to stick it down. I have cut out the flower that I've stamped to the jelly print exactly on the outlines, so I can glue it into the flower that is already stamped on my page. Finally, I add in some more art marks with the Uniposca markers. I also added a sentiment to the page where I've used the Mix a Sentiment stamp sets. I have just embossed the stamp in white to black cardstock and then I cut out the words and built my sentiment. Yes, and that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for stopping by and I hope we see us next time. Bye!